Hello, in this video tutorial I will show you how to install and configure this Draggable Views module which can be useful when you would like to manually control the sorting of, for example, chart nodes which are somehow connected with the parent node. So our final interface will look like this. On the content, in the content section, we will have new types for the child ordering, where we can select the parent, and for this parent we can change the order manually like this, and then this list of the childs ordered by this manual sort will be displayed in the custom block on our parent page. So let's start. We have clean installation of Drupal 9. We have just 3 custom modules installed. One is admin toolbar for easy navigation. Another one is devel module with the devel generate submodule for the content creation. And the third one is the main Draggable Views module. I already prepared 2 content types. One is parent and the other one is child content type. Parent content type has only title field. Content type child has one field called related parent, so this will be our link between the parent and the child nodes which we would like to order. Now let's generate some content. So we will use the devel generate module. So let's go generate parent content types. We can create, for example, 10 nodes. Okay, 10 nodes generated. If I will filter it by the parent content type, here are my new nodes. Now let's go to create the chart nodes. We can create more than the parent content, so 50 pages could be enough. Okay, now we have chart pages. If I go to edit them, you see that these chart pages are linked with the parent. So this we will use now for the creation of the Draggable view. So let's go to views and create new one. Draggable charts. Content will be type of child. We can keep the so we have here our new view for Draggable childs with one field called title. Filter criteria, we can keep the published pages only, and the content type. The important thing here is the content type child. Sort criteria, we will remove the content authored order, but we will use the Draggable weight field for sorting. Now the most important thing here is to add the drag and drop functionality. So we have to add new field for this, which is called Draggable content, not Draggable views weight, because this is just the number, the value of the order. But the functionality of the drag and drop is done using this content field of the Draggable views category. You see, provide a Draggable functionality. So let's add this new field. And you see that nothing is happening here. And instead of the drag and drop arrows, we see just the numbers here. Because if I will display the console, I see that there is some error happening, and if I go to the recent log messages, you will find here PHP error. So let's try to search this error because I know what's happening here. You will find Draggable Views issues. This one reproducing the same problem and introducing the page. All this is because we are using the latest release of this module, which is this time 2.021 from May 21. But you see that with later introduced Drupal 9.3, it's not working. So we have to apply this page. Drupal Composer apply patches. I'll give you instructions how to do it. I will skip it here because it will take some time, but you have to do this yourself to have this module fully operational. So I will do it myself and I will fast forward this part. Okay, I applied that page, so I can go back to our view page and reload it. Okay, still we do not see the draggable arrows here, the functionality of the draggable views, because in the format it's mandatory required to change the format to the table list. So let's switch to the table format. And you see now we have finally the drag and drop functionality in our view. Remember also that it's important the order of the fields, because if I will put the draggable views content on the first place, you see the drag and drop functionality is gone, so it has to be after the title field. So let's save our view for now. But on this page right now we have see the all pages of the content type chart, and we would like to link it with the parent page, so display the draggable functionality only for the child pages of one related parent. So how can we do this? So first of all, we have to create the connection between our child pages and the parent one. So for this we will use the contextual filters. Related parent is our field, which we are using for this link. So we can provide the default value from the URL, because our idea will be to have this functionality displayed when you are editing the parent content types, parent pages. So let's apply. Now if I display the preview, there is nothing because we do not have the parent defined anywhere. So let's try to find one parent page, for example this one, which has ID 9. So we can update our preview with this contextual filter value 9, and you see that we have 3 chart nodes which has parent this node number 9. So we have the connection, right? This is good, but we would like to have the possibility to change the order of the chart nodes on this parent page. We basically want to have here the tab for the manipulation of these charts. So our default display will not work here. We have to create new display type page and define the path for this page. So as is described here, we would like to use the node URL, node style URL, so node/node_id/our page Charles order, for example. Can apply it. In the menu section, we would like to create not normal menu entry, because otherwise we have to create some parent. We want to define the menu tab. We will keep the main navigation as the parent, and Charles order will be tab title. Save it. And now if I go to edit my parent page, I see new tab called Charles order, and if I click on it, you see I have here the list of the child, so I can sort it, for example, like this, save the order, and now the order of the child for this parent was set. You see that there is maybe one issue that we are using for this child's order, the front-end theme, which is not good. It cannot be easily done with the current version of the Drupal to display this as the admin theme, display it in the admin theme. It's discussed, for example, in this Drupal core issue, add new option to use the admin theme for the view pages, because currently now it works only if in the URL is admin path of the URL. So we have one option to apply this core page or do it programmatically. There is another approach how it can be done. We can display this drag and drop Draggable view on the main content administration page. So let's duplicate our existing view. This time, because we would like to have it next to this commands files tab, you see the path is admin/content/files, so we will update our duplicated view with the path admin/content/Charles order. We can keep the menu tab Charles order and the parent main navigation, but we can remove related parent, because this time we cannot get the parent node ID from the URL. We have to solve it different way. If now I will save this view and go to this content section, you see there is new tab called Charles order. But you see, this order will be for all existing chart nodes. There is no link with the parent node. So we have to solve it different way. Instead of contextual filter, we will use standard filter. So we will add filter based on our related parent field. We will expose it to our end users. Label will be related parent. We can keep the rest. We can save it. Now, if we will go to the Charles order page, you see related parent search field. But unfortunately, we have to search. Okay, let's display parent called, let's say, Molior, which has these 5 childs. If I will search for Molior, it will find nothing, because this search is based on the ID of the node, the reference code, you see. So this is not exactly what we would like to have, to search by the node ID. But there is module which can help us with this problem. It's called Views Reference Filter. So we can install it easily and also enable it. Now in our duplicate view we can remove this search by not ID filter, and there will be new Now we can remove our existing filter and create new one. You see entity reference filter module was installed, so there is new field with this title. Selection type is drop down. This is what we would like to have, but you see we have to use some view for the reference. So we have to create one more view, which will be called list of we have to create new one which will be called list of we have to create new one which will be called parents list. For example, it will be content of type parent sorted by title, and we would like to display all pages like this, and the display must be entity reference, and entity reference is selected search, so we will search by the title. This is our one field. Now let's go back to our field related parent. You see this is the reference view which we created, and we expose this filter to users, and now we have the drop down with the parents. So back to our Charles order page, administration. You see, for example, this Molière has these 5 chart nodes, so we can sort it, for example, alphabetically. A, D, E, and if I go to this page, you see that the order is not alphabetical, like here. This is the reason why this is different, the order on this page and on this page, is that the order is always related to the view itself. So we have 2 different views, and each of these view keeps own order of the pages. So you cannot have both solutions with 2 different views. Maybe you can make it, if you will add a different display for the same view, then it will work. So we can, for example, use this solution on the admin page for the ordering. So for this view, which is our duplicated view, we will create new display, for example, block, which will keep the same ordering as it's defined here. So for our block, we do not want to have the drag and drop functionality. So for this block we will remove it, and for this block we can, I think, also remove this exposed filter. This is not necessary for the block itself, but we have to keep the weight option and introduce again the contextual filter just for this display, again related parent and provide the file value from the URL, because we will display this block only on the parent content type pages, so we will know the ID from the URL. So let's save it. Now let's add new block in, for example, a content area, why not? And this will be this duplicate of draggable childs. We will display this block only for the parent pages. Rest we can keep it as it is. Save it. And now this ordering, alphabetical ordering, should be visible on this page as well. But you see, the order is wrong. It's still not alphabetical. So let's go back to our duplicated view and see what's wrong with this block definition. And the problem is that you have to define in this Draggable Views data which display is used for the ordering. Because if we will add here the weight field, and we will display the preview, you see the order. There is no order with these chart nodes. But if we will switch to use this display type page for the order, you see it updated to the right alphabetical order and the values. So let's save it and reload this page one more time, and you see finally we have the expected order. So let's put this all on the top, reload this page, it's here. So finally we have our solution for displaying chart nodes on the parent node with the order, manual order, which we defined on the charts order administration page, where we can search by the parent name. So thank you for watching this video tutorial about the Draggable Views.